this is your first podcast.
Yes, this is like my first anything.
Which is incredible.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. And on Monday, I said that it was almost summer, but I lied to you because then it snowed. Classic.
It's funny that the first declaration of it's almost summer led to the literal first time it snowed.
Maybe that was my plan. Maybe all along, that's what I was hoping what would happen.
Just wanted
me talking about summer and the universe going, no, bitch, snow is coming.
Snow is coming.
Which is what happened, but then it turned yucky, so it's not even good snow.
It's not good snow.
It's not fluffy, white, run out there, do a little twirl kind of snow.
I saw my dogs playing in the snow.
No snow angels.
Aww.
Dogs in the snow are always very cute.
I'm so excited to see my dog.
That was Donnie's first snow. I missed it.
Oh.
Donnie's growing on you.
He did. He has grown on me. Also, yeah, if anyone wants to adopt him,
there you go.
Donnie's still up for adoption.
Yeah.
And Donnie
the Ives family isn't going to keep him?
No. I mean, I'd be shocked.
Soon.
We've had so many.
I mean, I'm just saying.
We've had better ones. No offense,
You've
Donnie.
had Donnie for...
But that's the one that ends
But
up
it's just,
staying,
for me, it's the
you know?
time. It's like when you have one for, now going on, it feels like months.
I think it's probably around a
But
month.
it's like a movie, right? It's like Donnie, the outcast,
Yeah.
No one wants him.
Nobody wants him. Doesn't look
It's
as
just
good as the
the
others.
thing
He
that,
becomes the most loved.
Yeah, he's so
Dog.
cute.
Also, I just feel like then he gets attached to like Murray.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the more time you spend with the dog as part of the family, like it's gonna suck more when they're gone.
Sucks.
So if Donnie stays in the house,
He had his first snow with the family.
Exactly. You're gonna send,
very important.
You're gonna send him away.
I bet Norman. When it snows, I bet Norman's like under the snow. He's so short.
Yeah, well, he's in Florida now, but he loves the snow when he's here. I cannot wait. I'm going to see him on Sunday because I'm going to Florida to see my parents, but most importantly to see Norman.
More to
see him.
I say. I don't only go home for my dog.
I talk to them all the time. Like I can't speak to Norman as much as I try through the phone.
And your mom does also try to get him to speak to you.
An everyday occurrence where my mom really thinks she's going to get the dog to talk, and he doesn't. But he knows it's me. He knows I'm on there, and I can't wait to freaking snuggle.
Do you think that
him.
they do? Because I do the same thing.
Yes, 100%.
But I'm like, they're probably like, where they hear your voice, but they're like, where are they?
They know.
Some do, some don't.
Yeah.
Like some
Ours do. Just trust that.
Yeah. No, I believe your dogs do.
Yeah, it's like the dogs who watch TV.
Only because like I think Lola knows. Because, like, she will react. Flo has no fucking idea.
Should we talk about the maniac that emailed you saying Murray # Norman?
Oh.
Because but you sent that email to us, and I was like, and I thought this was funny.
I don't want to blow up her spot because she was.
We
on
won't
my
say
side.
the name, but I'll say this. I said, what kind of animal pits one dog against another? And you said Michael Vick, which I thought was a very funny response.
It's a quick joke.
But she did say she called him King Norman.
No, but was this also... Yeah, but wasn't this just because she wanted to get your attention? Like, didn't she just make the subject line that because she wanted you to open the email?
She got our attention.
She literally
and
said...
know us in a positive way, mine in a negative way.
Well, but she's trying to win me over.
Right, but if she's trying to win you over, she should also be trying to win us over.
Well, she said, hope the subject caught your attention. I live for Murray.
She wants to be on trivia.
Right, but if she wants to be on trivia...
She's not even wants to be... No, she was just sending trivia questions, so thank you. Also, it's 2 people. Gabby and...
but I mean, at the end of the day...
2 people choose Murray over Norman?
Well, no, I don't know if they both agree, but...
Now, I would say, like, they're doing that to get Noah's attention. They know we're not reading Noah's emails.
Yeah, but Noah sent it, and now we
I sent
know.
it more as a joke.
Now we know
but it's
that
not like
this
Noah
girl thinks that.
It's not like Noah often
and I bet
sends
she's
us.
not happy that we know that now.
Noah very rarely sends us people's emails.
All dogs are treated equal.
I just thought it was a funny thing, yeah.
Not in Noah's mind.
Well,
No,
honestly, not in my mind either. Like, I don't
you're
think
always gonna favor your own dog.
Yeah, like I don't see every dog go, oh my god, that dog's so cute.
No,
There's sometimes I see dogs where I'm like,
yeah,
that one's not
and
as cute
sometimes
as
dogs'
that one.
personalities suck.
Yeah, I agree with you. Some have shitty
Like
personalities.
dogs, like tiny dogs who just nonstop bark. There's this dog who lives next to me, the apartment next to me.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, if we ever run into each other,
you're squaring up.
I'm shocked you haven't if he lives next door.
I swear, like
Noah,
these
same with me.
Don't no, there are nice dogs on my floor.
Yeah,
this one dog maybe I just don't know. I don't know.
No, I'm with you.
Which.
There's a person who lives next door to me as well with a very annoying dog, but I've never seen the dog when we live next door to each other. I am not so quick to judge them though, because I remember when I had Norman in an apartment building, and I don't know how much he was barking when I was gone, right?
That's
like when I wasn't home, I'm like, how much was he barking? I can't be that
and
person.
Like, what are they
gonna
do? There's nothing they can do.
There's nothing they can do. The poor dog is lonely. They're upset. They're home alone in an apartment. They want to be outside running free wild in the snow.
I've banged on the wall though.
You've banged on the wall?
Because at the beginning of it, I was like, are they in there? Like, I was trying to sleep.
You were making sure the dog was okay?
No, I was just being
I'm trying to help you out.
No, he's not. He did not take that bait.
You knocked on the door to make sure the dog was okay.
What time was it?
I didn't bang on their door. I banged on my wall because I was trying to sleep. Just if anyone wasn't there, like, hey, can you shut your dog up? That was what I was doing.
What time was it at?
Oh, I don't know. It was probably in the morning. I don't know.
Was it morning or night?
I don't remember. It's happened multiple times.
Which is making it sound like it was actually a fairly reasonable time.
There's no reasonable time for a dog to be awake that much.
Yeah, but you
can't blame the doggies.
Jesus. Sometimes you don't want to be that guy to be like, make sure you're like.
I wouldn't be.
Train your dog. Get your kids off my lawn.
Yeah.
No. I would never say that. It's just like some dogs kind of suck. That's what I'm saying.
And it's okay to say that because you love your dog.
Yeah.
And you love dogs. We went to the dog show.
I love dogs. I love dogs.
Same, but I'm with you. Not all dogs.
Some dogs,
are great.
like the tiny ones that just all they do is bark.
Sounds like Noah gets very he makes a swift decision.
It's like when people say like all babies are cute. No, they ain't.
No, they're not.
No,
like I'm not gonna lie.
There's some ugly babies out there.
There's some ugly. There's some mean dogs.
There's some vicious ones.
Yeah, there's some dogs that are mean to Murray, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off. Get off my dog.
Murray has a lot of social anxiety though, so.
Aw.
Poor Murray.
But yeah.
Norman doesn't have any social anxiety.
Norman is a social butterfly. I can't wait to give him so many freaking kisses right on the little nose. I'm just going to grab it and go. I'm so excited to see him. Anyways,
he'll be excited
I lost
too.
myself in the moment there.
It
was like he was in front of us. I was very
pure makeout.
Excited. Not much going on besides that. We have a great episode. We have an interview with Xandra Pohl, big TikTok sensation right now, blowing up on TikTok.
Her first podcast ever.
Yes, her first podcast. Hopefully she'll remember us, unlike Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes, who seem to forget us.
Okay.
I'm just saying. What do you mean?
Really
honestly, I respect that reference. I think that makes
I respect it. Although when I listened back when I was like editing, I was like, damn, like for some reason I was like it kind of hit harder when I was listening back to it.
Hit harder, I went in.
Yeah.
That's fine though, because I would rather our listeners know the truth of the matter than us protect them in saying,
and listen,
it's fine. But at the end of the day,
I'm sure
everyone's like, get Chase and Maddie on the podcast.
Yeah.
Get Chase and Madeline on the podcast. Hey, guess what? We tried. They don't answer, so we can't get them.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
And I'm sure
I'd
they're
rather
lovely
them know
people, and it's not anything malicious.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying facts are facts, and they're ignoring us.
We made it very clear. It's not malicious at all. It's just now they have people. When you get to that level, now they have people that deal with all their scheduling and all their shit, and a lot of the times those people make decisions for them. And we've tried to go through those people, and we tried to go directly to the source, and it hasn't worked both times.
And we are being ignored.
So,
and that is not to speak on their character specifically, but to the fact that
big time. Big time people.
We can't get on them on the podcast, and that's the gosh darn truth.
Big timing is just the way the world works.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Why? So can you get the other ones?" We got Austin North.
We tried.
We appreciate Austin North. And
we tried for everyone.
And we tried for everybody. But Austin was the one who wanted to come on. And so we will forever appreciate Austin.
That's why we're Topper's #1 fans.
Yeah, we're replacing that sign up there.
So what, Topper? No, I won't say it. Spoiler, just in case.
I would die for Topper.
We just completely turn and say, everyone just would be like, no.
Just become a massive fan of Topper. Be like,
listen,
yeah. I was going to say it too. I won't say it.
We can't. We'll spoil the show.
I know. I was going to shit. I wanted to do that.
But
I wanted to say it too.
Xandra came on. She was great. She's so funny.
So sweet.
And a great time. And we have a Bachelor recap with Trent. And we have a couple of topics, but really
quick ones.
Really quick. We're going to be talking about Shawn Mendes and Sabrina Carpenter fueling dating rumors. He's not dating his chiropractor, it seems. And
that was a fun saga.
Yeah, a little bit. And Aubrey Plaza, weird situation on stage with her co-star. People seem to have said she was annoyed, but I think once again, the internet is reading into everything, constantly fueling rumors and fights and whatever for just the sake of entertainment. And man, is it tiring.
And Aubrey just kind of, I feel like, has a deadpan face a lot of times.
Which is just like, how do people just not get that? That's just her personality right now. Yeah. But let's get into the topics.
And also, today, YouTube live stream.
Yes, 3:30. Wednesday, 3:30. So if you're listening to this in the morning, go on YouTube at 3:30, subscribe, live stream. Okay, let's get into the topics. Shawn Mendes and Sabrina Carpenter have been fueling dating rumors. They were seen out together. I like this pairing. I think it's a cute pairing. I think it makes sense. They're singers, music industry. They found each other. Cute.
I kind of feel like Shawn Mendes could have like a little bit of a type, you know?
What do you mean?
Just like other people in the music industry.
Other singers.
Oh,
maybe he just feels like he relates them. There's
I know.
Something to bond over.
You know what's so crazy is these pictures. So they... I think, you know, there were some posts on Dumois about them.
Sabrina Carpenter and Camila Cabello don't look anything alike.
No, they don't. But like, as far as, you know, tiny pop singers go, they're, you know.
Oh, tiny.
Like, no, not
like, I know what you're saying. Like small.
Like physically small. Yes. Yeah. Sabrina Carpenter is so tiny.
She's like 4'9".
She's so
really.
She's like 5 feet tall, and like Shawn Mendes has a good height to him. I think he's maybe 6'2", maybe. That's my guess.
That's a big difference.
Well, look at this. Like, look at the pictures. Like she's like this little teeny tiny person walking next to him. But yeah, they were photographed on Saturday. Amid rumors that they've been seeing each other romantically. They were in LA running errands together. And it just seems like, you know, they were chatting it up, having a good time. I'm going to have to agree with Rhea that it's just like, it feels like a cute couple. You know, like it's
nothing crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't like you see those two paired together. It's like, oh, that's not that crazy. And I also feel like as far as, you know, Joshua Bassett type fellas, I feel like Shawn Mendes kind of fits in there also.
Yeah, Joshua Bassett's going through something strange right now.
I really haven't paid attention.
Religion stuff.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen any of it.
Started going to a church that is known for having conversion therapy.
He got baptized.
And he got baptized, but people were looking into the church and they were like, this church is
a sketchy church,
not known for some great things. And, you know, he's talking a lot about his religion and it's raising some eyebrows, I think.
I've definitely seen his Instagram posts that have obviously had some more religious undertones, like a lot of scripture and quotes,
which to be clear is not a problem at all.
No, but if
it's more
the root of it is
the conversion therapy happening at the church and him coming out, and now he's going to this church. People are a little concerned because they're like, didn't he come out right? And now so I think people are just worried about him a little bit and making sure he's okay.
That's fair. I think that's obviously certainly fair. So yeah, it just seems like these two are hanging out. They were spotted, Dumois is spotting of them, that they were clearly on a date together on Valentine's Day, someone saw, and now obviously they're back out in public. But yeah.
He's been seen with his chiropractor a lot, so people thought they were dating.
Yeah,
but let me tell you, if I could have my chiropractor,
older, right?
His 51-year-old chiropractor.
If I could have my chiropractor walking around with me, I would too, because let me tell you, I got some back problems, and if she could just crack my back into place at any point, I'd be happy. So maybe that's what Shawn needs. Maybe.
You're not a big self-cracker?
I can't crack my back. I can crack my hips. I can't crack my back.
Really?
Can't crack my back.
Not if if I stood on your back, you would crack.
No.
Really?
It's strange. It's strange. Yeah. Only the chiropractor does it crack.
Well, Dr. Jocelyn could probably get in there.
Right, maybe Shawn can lend her over if he's done hanging out with him 24/7. Maybe if he spends some time with Sabrina instead of his chiropractor.
They were spotted out together like often, so it definitely raised some eyebrows. And Sabrina
has back issues.
Sabrina would certainly be a better fit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think that's probably a better pairing. Yeah. And then on top of that, we did talk about the SAG Awards, but we didn't talk about a weird instance that happened. Aubrey Plaza and the White Lotus cast went on stage to accept their award. Aubrey Plaza was wearing a dress that had major underboob, which was how the dress was designed. And then
she looked like she said like, oh Jesus Christ, like it looked like she mouthed like Jesus Christ, like visible when everyone's obviously like yay.
Right, when what's his face, I forgot his name, told her, he whispered something to her.
Yeah, his name's John Grease. Great. Tanya's husband from White Lotus
Whispered to her like something about her dress or whatever.
He's
like watch out, like you may want to fix that.
You may want to fix that.
And people were like, that was creepy. She was annoyed by it. He had said that he texted her being like, were you actually mad? And she was like, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Maybe the Jesus Christ was like, you know when you get told like, oh, your nipple's about to pop out, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like to yourself, you're like, oh, fuck, this damn nipple's popping out again, you know? You're just aggravated with yourself that you got to deal with these things. And so that
even
could
when
be
you
it.
have a design dress that has the underboob, like you obviously are aware that there could be an incident.
There could be an incident. Maybe she was just saying Jesus Christ to herself.
Yeah. It also was very crowded on stage. People were kind of moving around. People were like, oh, maybe she just got like, she was just in the back. She was kind of getting bumped around a little bit.
Said Jesus Christ.
It was just
that.
like, Jesus Christ.
I don't think it was.
I throw out Jesus Christ all the time.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think it was that strange for him to say something to her about. I feel like he wouldn't say it if they weren't close enough for him to say that, if that makes sense. Maybe he did overstep, but
I also think he wouldn't be so willing to share the story afterwards. Be like, oh, like I'm just was trying to help out friends.
He would have just made something up and say he said something else because nobody could hear what he said.
Yeah.
And she also said no, she didn't have a problem with it at all.
Yeah.
So once again, the internet is just like
kind of seems like maybe a non-story.
Yeah, it's a non-story that people make into a story.
Yeah. Because it was, even the smallest reaction on camera, on stage, live event, award show, people are always like, why did they do that? There must be some deep-rooted reason why they did that.
It's really annoying and like nauseating.
Yeah.
How much people are
dissecting
every single move from every person ever.
Yeah.
Like it's getting.
Well, that's
I mean,
feels like that's what's happening with Hailey and Selena too. Not that we don't want to talk about it again, but it just feels like
anymore. But it's
like dissecting every.
Oh my God!
move.
It is so out of hand.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Everything. Every TikTok
There's so
post.
many things being pulled back from the past.
It's like if you are,
and you're just like, oh.
If you are on TikTok and you are using a rare beauty product right now, you are like, people are like, oh, they must be Team Selena.
Well, I
like,
just want everyone to know I
insane.
use Rare Beauty blush every single day. I want that on record. I use Rare Beauty every single day.
I use the cream bronzer
because
today.
I love Selena's makeup brand. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But
and you know what I also used? Wow, maybe I could be the one to bring them together. I also used my Rhode this morning as well.
How dare you use them together at the same time?
I used them together at the same
skin isn't falling
time.
That's despicable.
Yeah, and it hasn't melted off my face. I haven't gone straight to hell.
That's crazy.
I'm still here.
I'm shocked and appalled.
And they work beautifully together.
They do.
They really complement each other.
It just kind of signifies the fact that they could work together. Yeah. It's actually, Dumois posted on her story and she was like, I don't know if I'm becoming brainwashed or if these things are true. And I am feeling the same exact way.
It's this way. It's the way the TikToks are formatted.
I'm like, I don't know. Are they?
I know.
Are they being mean? Are they crazy?
I know. I went down a rabbit hole of
I don't know what to think anymore.
Of somebody making a TikTok that was like, here are all the reasons why Hailey has followed Selena in every single step of her career. And I was like, what the fuck?
I've seen that.
And like when they lay it all out, you're like,
damn.
But then it's like, okay, this is going too far.
There's like just two, like,
because it's also like, it's not like Selena Gomez is the only human in the world that does cooking on camera and does like, and has beauty products.
But there's just so many other things as well. Like,
what about her story?
Just like,
yesterday.
Yeah, that story wasn't good. She posted.
Oh yeah, well she used the song without Selena.
Without Selena, like come on, like that's not good. Like that one straight up, like
that's
Let me tell you something.
The beef, it certainly feels like it is. Maybe it didn't start off as being real, but it feels real now.
Fully real. That one was intentional. That's fucked up. Like come on. And
it's also just like
help yourself out. Help yourself out.
They must just not give a shit.
That's. I sometimes I just want to hold back what I want to say, but like sometimes I'm like, they know stuff we don't know.
Well, 100%.
Which is like, both of them. Selena knows stuff we don't know. Hailey knows stuff we don't know. Justin knows a lot we don't know, and nobody's pointing their fingers at Justin Bieber when he is like the root of all of this.
Yeah. I also saw Dumois.
Justin Bieber, is he that great? Because all these videos I'm seeing of Justin Bieber he's a moody little guy. Justin Bieber is so moody.
No, you're not wrong.
Like it's the TikToks I'm seeing so much lately. I'm like, oh my god, who even wants to deal with him? I'm sorry. No, just like,
but you're not wrong.
Both of these ladies can do better.
Yeah, the
you know, this guy, he's Justin Bieber and everybody loved him, but he is so freaking moody.
They're really married, so like
I know
one of them really has to.
You see the clips. It's almost like they talk about her like she's his babysitter.
I think he no, definitely.
I'm sure they love each other, and I'm not doubting that. But I think a lot of the things I'm seeing, I'm like,
I think he struggles out in public. Behind closed doors, I feel like he's probably a much better version of himself.
Probably.
I think like
the one where she's like, "What was our first kiss?" and he's like, "I don't know."
He's like, "I don't know." It's just like there's just so many uncomfortable videos that are coming back to haunt them.
Yeah, no, like, I know. But I like.
And then Hailey's like, he's not really involved in the planning at all of the wedding, and you're just like, no, these videos, they're more and more and more, and they're just not. They're not putting up a good fight.
No,
they're not putting up a good fight.
The ammunition is there, and people they have it in their back pockets for all moments, right? Like we talked about, like Hailey's old tweets coming back around, which we have talked about on the show before. The last time we talked about Hailey and Selena, like it's just every cycle it's brought up because people are learning new information. It feels like the younger people on TikTok are learning all this stuff for the first time, so they think it's like the biggest deal ever, and it's like, no, we've known this, let's move on. But it's over
because they're like,
no, but it just wouldn't.
The thing is, it ain't over anymore.
Yeah,
it just started.
I know, but it would die.
We thought it was over. Oh my god, this is the worst it's ever been.
It would have died down. It would have died down if like
Selena
TikToks weren't made at the rapid rate that they are about it. Not even that necessarily that comment, but like, who knows how much the eyebrow thing would have been blown out of proportion if that girl didn't make a video on TikTok being like, she's shading Selena, and then Kylie had to cop, like, so it's like it all comes from people just fueling the fire that they hate each other, and then it turns out like when they fuel the fire, it becomes real.
I'm seeing Kylie commented on all Hailey's pictures lately, like the recent ones. I'm like, she
turned her fucking comments off again.
They're on again.
All of them are just limited.
No, they're on.
Oh, they're on.
And you could tell Kylie I feel like Kylie's probably like, fuck, like I started all of this. Like,
it's crazy.
It's quite the, like on both sides. So it's like Selena's got Taylor, Hailey's got the Jenners, and
no, it's also crazy. I was gonna say before that
Avengers.
But people hate on the Kardashians, Jenners way more easily than they're gonna. You know what I mean? Like they're easy.
Also,
targets.
the Taylor Swift fans and Selena fans are just like
they
cutthroat.
are a cutthroat fan base.
There was also
that I am afraid of. I'll say it.
What about the Beliebers? Because they're gonna come after you after everything you just.
I don't know if the Beliebers are that strong anymore, man. They got to realize that man is a moody. I'll say he is moody. I have no problem saying that Justin Bieber's moody.
Put it on the quote card.
Yeah, Noah, make another quote card about it that I could wake up to everybody attacking me. Oh my gosh.
Forget you and Bieber already have a feud going.
Yeah, like at this point. No, we woke up on Friday and I saw there was a quote card on Chicks in the Office that Noah made, and it was like me saying, like Selena, probably shouldn't. But I feel like the conversation itself, we said we were fans of both of them, and
I thought the quote card said that too.
I guess naive to the fact that
it didn't, but
because she said, "I get wanting to defend your friend, but
But when it says stop, it just sound instead of hearing somebody say it when you read it, it looks visually. So I woke up to Selena fans really unhappy with me, but I am a Selena fan, so I just am just confused,
frustrating.
It's like I am one of you. I was being naive and I thought, hey, maybe.
You're just trying to come from both sides.
I was just trying to help them out and say, hey, maybe they're not mean girls. And, it's okay. Yeah. But you know what? If everyone wants to think they're mean girls, then maybe they are. That's the side I'm coming to now, is that maybe they are. Maybe we were being too naive. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I give up. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Okay? I just want peace between the two of them, but it's never going to happen. It is more ramped up than ever. I don't want either of them to be mean, and if they are being mean, that's really unfortunate. Hailey's story yesterday, not good. Not good.
It was poor timing.
Very poor timing. We're going to get into our Bachelor recap with Trent, but first got to remind you that Proper Wild is here to give you that energy that you need all day long, whether it's in the morning, a long day, a late night. Proper Wild has you covered with clean all-day energy. It's a shot designed to boost your energy, focus, and productivity. Did I pronounce that right, guys?
Productivity?
Yep. Without the jitters or crash. No preservatives. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm struggling. No preservatives. No preservatives. No artificial sweeteners. No horrible chemicals. Just a natural tasting energy shot with clean ingredients that work. Try their newest flavors, strawberry kiwi, apple, and lemon lime. We are loving the new flavors. Personally, I love a strawberry kiwi. And we also talk about how apple is severely underrated. So check that out. Go to properwild.com/barstool to try Proper Wild for 30% off. Once again, properwild.com/barstool to try Proper Wild for 30% off. All right, it's Bachelor time. We're back with another Bachelor recap. Trent is with us. People are shocked now. This is 3 weeks in a row, I think.
It's about to come to an end.
I know.
I want that to be clear.
I scared him on Cutting Stems because I told you that Sarah has been keeping track of your attendance.
Right.
And he thought no one was keeping track. And then he was like, he got worried.
I almost didn't bring it up on Cutting Stems because I was like, when we miss weeks or when there's a holiday, does that count against me? And you said no. And then you said Sarah's keeping track. Yeah. And that scared me a little bit because I have been good so far, but I was telling you guys before we started, the travel's about to pick up and I'm not going to be here next week. So
next week.
71%. Yeah. What did I sign on the contract? 70. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Was it 70?
Oh, no.
I think it was, yeah.
Or was it 75?
We better hope it was 70. So
I can't remember.
One of us should have kept that.
I can't remember.
I got a
You
picture
got a
of it.
picture of it.
I mean, we have the video where you were reading it.
Yeah, and we have a picture of it.
Okay. That could be an issue.
Now,
What
because
was the
realistically, we have like maybe 5-6 weeks left. My guess is 5 weeks.
How
of the show
many
left.
are you going to be missing from there?
I would have to look at the schedule, but I will not be here next week. We're on the road. And then the week after, I think I'll be here. And further than that, I haven't looked. But
Okay.
It might get a little bit dicey. So, okay. I should have my lawyers look over it. But is it Cutting Stems and recap podcast?
And live shows. Don't forget about live shows.
That live shows was a different clause of the contract.
I think the 70%.
When was this?
The 70% is. It might just be Cutting Stems.
We did it at what, the end of Paradise?
Wait, so was this before the new year?
Yeah.
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 Is it the
Oh,
very
I got
end?
it. I
Definitely.
got it. Okay, 70% of Cutting Stems.
Okay.
The recap is not mentioned.
Oh, so we may have shot ourselves in the foot with the recap in our own language.
Rhea will be named Godmother.
Yeah.
You'll attend 2 Chicks in the Office live shows.
Which I'm still in for.
So read the line about Cutting Stems.
He's not moving to Chicago, and he will attend 70% of Cutting Stems in the year of 2023.
Well, so that's the whole year.
That's
so
the whole
there's
year,
more
so,
cutting
like, you're
stems.
still okay.
Yeah.
Like more
Oh,
seasons.
I got more chances.
Yeah. Like you can
It's all
redeem-
the seasons. And it also sounds like it's not recaps.
Oh, but you do owe Fran and
yeah.
Noah $5 next week.
Oh, when I
Because
miss?
When you miss, you owe them $5.
Oh, so you probably owe us more than that.
Weird that I didn't write myself into that part, but I guess because I
Well, you get to be godmother.
bet.
I
to
would
be
be
godmother.
godmother of you and Paris Hilton's
There's
kid.
no monetary value on that.
Yeah.
Although it's
You
not
can't
gonna
buy.
happen.
You can't buy that.
You can't buy it. You know what I mean?
You can't buy love.
People want to
Um,
talk about you and Paris Hilton having a kid.
Yeah.
Enough.
That was. It's been quite a time. I haven't been sleeping as much, but
But you are doing well with the lower half of the contract, saying, "I will actively communicate when I will not be going to appear on a Chicks in the Office
Has he been
program."
better? You think?
Yes.
You
Okay.
have been actively communicating,
Yes.
which we must congratulate you on.
And
Thank you.
there's been a lot of pleasant surprises of Noah texting saying, "Hey Trent, you in tonight?" And you being like, "Yeah."
yep,
And
I
not
am.
only is this good for work, this is good for life.
I agree.
Being able to communicate these things.
It's really nice.
It's a nice exercise.
It is.
It is.
It's a respect thing, and
I couldn't agree more.
I should have been doing it more in the past, and I'm trying to be better going
Everybody
forward.
makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And everybody has those days.
Everybody knows what.
I appreciate you guys being so
talking about-
understanding.
Everybody gets
knows
that way.
Sometimes
You guys singing a song?
No, just an anthem of life.
Nobody's. I thought that was Nobody's Perfect. Miley Cyrus.
It was.
Oh, it was.
Jesus.
What? You just said you weren't singing a song, and then I was like, I thought you were.
That was the joke.
Did you get that joke?
No.
No, but there was a joke for us.
It was a joke for
well, then
Trent
how am I
to be
supposed
out
to
on
know?
it because he's a loser.
No, I missed all of that. I missed
Like that was like
everything.
that was a joke for our listeners.
Yes,
Because
like
the
our
listeners
would
know
be
that
like,
song.
Oh, that was a song.
And then they'd be like, haha, Rhea said it wasn't a song. And then you're like, nobody's perfect.
Remember the Olsen thing
I don't
last
think
week?
that's exactly how I said it. But yeah.
Me and Noah spent some time together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
actually,
that?
I wanted, before we get
I
into the
actually
recap.
have a fucking bone to pick with you.
We were doing
there
so good.
always is.
We were doing
I have
so
a bone
good.
to pick with you every week. My foot's stuck.
What do you got?
You texted Robbie and I in a group chat, and you said, "You guys got any places that to go for me and Noah to grab food before
I
this
heard
concert?"
Yeah?
And I gave you a recommendation. And then I heard from my boyfriend who was going to meet up with you guys that you were
From my boyfriend?
going to the places I recommended to you, but you never answered. You never said thank you. You never said, "Oh, that looks good."
Who
Just
decided
no
to go
answer.
there?
You never said thanks for the recommendation,
And
Rhea.
you didn't have to say thanks for the record. It doesn't even have to be that polite. But
Okay.
I sent you the whole menu. I sent you the name, and then you guys went to that
sent
place.
them the whole menu?
So when Marty told me he was going to meet up with you guys, and I
Yeah.
was going to dinner with Fran, and I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And he was like, "American Whiskey." And I was like, "That fucking son of a bitch, Trent." I told him to go there, and he didn't even answer my text. I thought that you wrote that recommendation off. I thought you saw it and thought, no good.
I'm not going there.
But you saw it and you took that, didn't you?
Yeah.
But like I get what Trent's doing. Like I'll see it. I'm like,
And-
oh yeah, that's good, and then just not respond.
Right. But I kind of
Like,
was just
once
like,
I have
man,
what I
like he
need.
couldn't even say that was a good. I like knowing that I
No,
gave
literally,
somebody a
all
good
it takes
spot.
is saying like THX.
Just like not just like
Maybe
maybe I'm asking for too much.
Actually, I don't think you are. He could have.
Maybe I'm being
You know
too
what?
picky.
Bare minimum, you like the message.
Yeah, thumbs up it.
You say, "Oh, American Whiskey, that looks great." Thumbs up.
It was more just like I wrote so
Thumbs
many
up.
messages. You're gonna have to scroll.
I'm going to have to scroll a lot.
I like wrote so much.
Yeah,
that
but
day.
was Marty like I wasn't sure who decided to go there. I was under the assumption that Marty and them were going, and me and Trent were kind of like meeting.
Oh,
with them.
well, that's what Rhea's saying. Her
Well, no,
bone to
no,
pick
no.
isn't with you; it's with Trent.
My bone to pick is that Trent specifically asked for recommendation near MSG. I named a spot near MSG that I thought decent food, decent drinks, bar atmosphere, and was just And then when I heard you guys were all going there, and I was like, oh, so he took my recommendation. Good to know, but would have been nice to hear from Trent.
Thank you for the recommendation. Also, if you check your phone, you're going to have a nice little message. But no, we did go there. I think we went there because of your recommendation.
it was a solid spot.
They had great tater tots. The tater tots were
They have great tater
A lot of
tots.
people got the lamb.
Magnificent.
Robbie's gonna be so confused.
Robbie's
why
gonna
you
be
just like that
confused.
video.
Robbie's gonna be confused by that. No, the recommendation was wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, listen, I'm not looking for a whole spiel, a paragraph.
You sure?
No, it goes back to the communication.
It just goes back to I'm teaching you on how to be a better communicator.
That one,
It's not about
I'm not
me.
gonna-
It's about for the future people that have to interact with you.
the cutting stems.
Because I will get past it.
She's right.
And I will forgive you like I have many times before.
Okay.
Every
But will
time.
someone else in your life, maybe a lucky lady, maybe a lucky man,
we don't know.
I don't know what your extracurricular activities are.
Well, Noah and I did go on a date to
Yeah, we
a
did.
concert, but all
A lot
right,
of head bopping.
Wait,
too.
how? Okay,
Tons.
but so how was the Nas concert?
incredible.
It was incredible.
And now Noah, you did get your big moment because you always think that somebody's going to bring out a
He
guest,
brought multiple people
and
out.
there's multiple
Mary J.
surprise
Blige is
guests,
Mary J. Blige came out,
which is awesome. She is awesome.
She did. Yeah, I mean,
She lit
but
the
like,
place on fire.
But
How
honestly,
awesome does she sound live? I gotta
Great.
imagine she
Did she
rips
not
it.
sing
was she lip
Family
syncing?
Affair?
I couldn't tell. For a second, I thought she
Let's
was.
get
I thought
it
she wasn't
on
even. But maybe she.
No, I think she sang.
Yeah.
Was
maybe
she didn't?
That would be
she
absolutely
didn't
insane
sing-
if she was lip
Let's
Yeah, I don't
syncing.
think
She's not a lip syncer.
Yeah, yeah. no, I
She
don't
just
think
did the song that she does
It
with
was so
Nas.
good. It sounded so good that
But
I
I
thought
thought maybe you do the song, you do with that person, but then you do one of your big ones.
It was a brief appearance.
it was very quick. It was probably like 30 seconds, maybe.
Oh.
Like she came on and off.
Did he bring anybody else out?
Slick Rick, who you
Like,
guys.
I'm not even like that well versed. I just know he's like a legend in the
Yeah,
rap game.
and then that was it. And then he
He
brought
brought
out.
out AZ.
Yeah.
Like someone else came out. But honestly, with everyone coming out, Nas was like the best part of it.
He was
like,
so
by far.
good.
He was just so good.
He was great.
Like he could have brought no one out, and I would have
So
had
you
the
guys had a
same
great
exact
time.
reaction.
we did.
You don't
Yeah.
want to come to the club
Shout
with
out
us
game
after?
time.
I did not want to go to the club.
Yeah, me and
after,
Trent
no.
came back to the office, and I was like, all right, guess I'll go meet up with them.
We were gonna lie to you and say that it was a bar. It was somebody's idea. I think who said that?
No, I think it was
If
my
Trent
idea.
came
Noah-
with us, that would have just been
I think
all
Noah
time.
said, "Why don't we lie to Trent and tell him like it's a bar?" I said he will walk in and walk out immediately.
No,
like I wouldn't even want him
but
to go
I
through
didn't
that
even
pain.
lie.
No, well,
we
he would
did
just
go to
see
a bar
he,
first.
he
We
would
did.
see the people waiting outside,
And
like the
turn around.
clusterfuck of people trying
That
to get
was-
in, and be like, "I'm out of here."
No, yeah,
That
no
was
way.
ridiculous.
You would have had fun though inside the place because the music is like your kind of music.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
it was,
also
like, all
very
rat.
dark, which I like.
Yeah, you would, and you could sit down.
You could sit down.
Huge.
Like there's just like a
I
nice,
love sitting down.
nice little couch area. You just sit down. That's usually like the guy's
You,
spot.
I can be convinced to do more things if I have the ability to sit down.
You have ability to sit down at this place.
When I
Leah
go-
also loves to be able to sit down.
Same.
How great is it?
Although not
The
many
best.
people were
Best.
sitting there. Like it was like he'd be
Right,
like,
but like
the
you
only
just
but
want
the
the
guys
option.
were like,
yeah. Oh, you
know,
could sit. Actually, no. You could sit on top.
You
of
could
the,
sit
yeah.
on the thing, or you could sit on the couch. You just want the option of head bob to some good music.
Elevated surfaces.
Yeah.
I did a lot of head
We would
bobbing
have
in
done
Oz.
what we were doing earlier. We
Yeah.
were just.
So we'll catch you next time.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but the
Depends on the
Nas, the
night.
head bobbing at Nas was fun.
I was.
We were just.
I was
It's great.
Going
dude.
lyric line for line.
So good.
line for line.
And the
You and
crowd-
Nas.
The crowd is
You
going
sent
crazy.
a very funny video
Oh,
of
yeah.
a dad and his son.
It was like a headline like dad and son like at Nas concert. And I was like, Trent, who? I didn't see someone film this video.
It was good. Really good.
Yeah.
Glad
Shout
you
out
guys had
Game
a good
Time.
Shout out Game Time.
Shout out.
Big stuff from Game Time. Okay, The Bachelor this week is in there.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Those pesky contestants are in Estonia. Zach is out of lockdown, his own quarantine, whatever they had him do. Greer, however, has been put in, so she's not in this episode at all.
Yeah.
Asymptomatic.
Tough little run
But,
for Greer.
Tough, yeah, definitely a tough run. And so they're in Estonia, and Charity. Like for a second, the name just escaped me. Charity gets to redo her one-on-one date after she was supposed to have one in London. Didn't work out. They get to go on this date. The date is fine. We don't even really have to get into too much detail on the date itself. They did some silly obstacle course, carry the woman types thing that was bizarre. And then, classic carriage ride, dinner, and everything went well. I do think he likes Charity. I don't know if he likes Charity as much as everybody else. Charity seems great, and she definitely opened up to Zach, and they had a great conversation. But Zach is very quick to throw out a lot of reassurances to some of these women, and I feel like he wasn't quite doing that with Charity. So it wasn't like his date with Ariel where he's like, this girl,
Right.
Oh my god.
You're right, though. We have so much evidence of him giving those reassurances to these other women that when he doesn't do it, it's a flag of like, oh, this might not go as far as they think.
He doesn't mask it as well. The drama was that when Zach went to pick up Charity for the one-on-one date, Kat said, hey, can I have a second? They went onto the hallway. She said she missed him. They had a little kiss. And that did not sit well with some of the girls, especially Brooklyn. Brooklyn was quite upset, snapped at her. Kat can make that move, but she's got to deal with the girls being mad at her after. That's just going to happen.
Yeah, I see both sides of it. I understand Kat wanting to get time with Zach because they haven't seen him in like a week or whatever. And I also understand Brooklyn and all the other women being like, you're kind of ruining Charity's moment when you do that because he's there to pick her up and for you to pull him out. It's a weird move, but I'm okay with it. But like you said, you got to expect that everyone in the house is going to not like that at all. And Kat didn't seem to quite understand that, which is where I disagree with her. But the move I don't fully disagree with.
Yeah.
Just do it. You're all kind of dating this guy. It's kind of weird. Just get as much time with him as you can.
And he definitely said, like, he was like, I like the cop. Like, he was like, that was a bold move. You got to get your time when you can. But yeah, you can't. If you're going to do it, you have to accept that the girls are going to be upset. Did Brooklyn get like a little bit too involved?
Yep.
100%.
Oh,
She
yeah.
felt like wasn't her date, but she really like just thought she was fighting the good fight there, like being like, I will stand up to her.
Yeah.
I didn't like Kat just being like, well, Brooklyn is being mean to me now and hurting my feelings. Well, it's like, well, you made the bold move. You got to live with the consequences.
True.
And nobody, they don't have to apologize to you now. But that was the big drama there. The group date was with a good witch. She claimed to be a good witch.
Yep.
I didn't like this date personally.
I mean, are you scared of witches?
I'm not scared of witches. I just didn't like that one.
I just feel like out of all the things you can do in a cool new place, doing this is kind of like there's so many other things they probably could have done. I'm not like fully against it. I don't really care that much. I don't have a strong opinion on this date. It's more just like you're in a whole different country.
There had to have been something else for them to
You
do.
could have done the witch thing in any place that you went to.
Yeah.
True. I'm scared about. I get nervous about going against witches.
I'm not against witches at all.
No, neither am I.
All right, let's draw that line in the sand. We're not anti-witch.
We are definitely not. And she wanted to expel the negative energy. They had this like candle moment where like Zach and then each girl like held the candle and they stared into each other's eyes, and Jess has been feeling fairly insecure about her position. She was like, I didn't get the one-on-one, really overthinking like what it means to get the last one-on-one, basically being like he likes me the least because he hasn't taken me on a date. And then their flame went out during the candle thing, so it was just ominous.
You just can't. If you're a producer, you can't ask for anything much more than that.
Yeah.
Jess is freaking out. They're doing the candle, and the flame gets blown out. It's it's unfortunate for Jess, but it was great TV.
It's just like maybe a fan from offset, just like gust of wind.
They
Just
definitely like
something happened there.
the witch was like just under trying to blow it out under her without showing.
They told
it
the
off.
witch to make sure that they said, hey, make sure that flame goes out for
that
this
thing's
one.
got to go out.
Yeah. So Jess and Zach have a conversation that does not really go well. And I will say it feels like Zach has had a couple moments
Yep.
in the last few weeks where people are kind of scratching their heads and thinking, I don't really like the way he reacted to that situation. It's not crazy for Jess to go in there and be like, hey, we're getting down closer to the end here and we haven't actually spent any one-on-one time together. And him being like, one-on-ones? Whoa, what are we talking about one-on-ones here? Like, it's like, what? No.
That's a good Zach.
One-on-ones are important. It's not crazy for her to be like, I'm nervous, I haven't gotten a one-on-one. And then he like snapped at her that she was getting mad about it.
His reaction was so bizarre. It goes a little bit back to the Greer thing.
Yep.
And what she's saying, the way that she said it, and I think the way that he took it, was that she wants a one-on-one because that's what you do in the Bachelor process.
Right.
When what she is saying is she wants to spend more time with him. But he took it as like, this, you're looking at it too much like a show and the process of how this all works.
I almost think he thought she meant like she wanted more airtime or something.
I thought that too.
He's almost being like too much of I'm a noble guy and I need everybody here for the right reasons.
And I can
it's
like pick when I want to see you guys and you don't decide and I decide.
I'm not necessarily a big Zach fan. I'm not going to lie.
He's done everything right until these last two instances with Greer and now with Jess, where you can kind of see where things could go sideways if you were dating him.
I'm hoping that sometimes you don't know how you react to things until you are forced to watch yourself react to it,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping that him watching this will be maybe a little bit of a wake-up call, like, that I didn't look good there. Because he did do an interview and they asked about the Greer thing and he was like, oh, I totally handled that like the wrong way. Like I understood what she was trying to say and blah, blah, blah. So whatever, maybe he does realize what he did, maybe he doesn't. But if you keep watching yourself, you got to be like, like, I don't really like how I went about that. And it just almost feels like he keeps saying the same things to a lot of the girls.
Yeah.
And then if something does go sour, it's like, oh, well, now I'm not confident. Like, he went into sitting down with Jess kind of saying all the same things of like, I really like where things are going and blah, blah, blah. And then Jess voiced her concern. And then by the end of the conversation, he was like, well, I'm really confused right now. Like, I don't think that this is going to work. Like, it was like, whoa, how did we go from there to there?
They started that interaction with a kiss.
Yeah.
They kissed and
Exactly.
then were like,
He's like,
how
I'm
have
so
you
excited
been?
to see you.
Yeah.
Like, and all she was saying was like, I really value quality time. And I just I'm not getting that. And I don't know why he didn't understand that.
And
like in that situation, you reassure the girl, if you really do like her, you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, don't worry. We'll get the time. And he kind of like got angry about it.
And then her response was reality based, where she was like, I'm not fighting for this.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not begging for you.
Right.
You could almost see it in her eyes when she realized, like, I don't even like this guy.
Right.
Right.
Like, you can see it in her face, the immediate, like, I'm turned off.
And I think I think she was also thinking like, this guy's really gonna dump me right now because of this. Like, he's really gonna send me home because of this conversation.
And
they're all joking about it. She made a TikToks joking about it, and
it did come off like Zach has so many women in the house that he likes and that like him, that if there's one that doesn't like him as much, he's going to send her home, which makes sense logically if you just look at it. But the way it went down felt very odd.
Yeah, it did. It did, because it really did seem like he liked Jess a lot. So if it's just one little thing where he's like, this isn't going to work now, that could obviously be an issue when it gets down to 3 or 4 girls and they actually have to have serious, like, real conversations. And if they don't go well, what's he going to do? Send them all home?
Right. Or post show when it's one.
Yeah.
And then he has a disagreement with her. And is he just going to be like, well, we disagree on this, so we now have to break up?
I saw this posted on Twitter, and then also somebody wrote it into Cutting Stems, where it was like, this, watching him interact in this way really does make you think what went down in the fantasy suite with Rachel, because it was like, clearly they had some kind of disconnect, but watching him have these interactions, it's like she could have said she likes spearmint gum over mint gum.
She doesn't like Twix.
Right. Right.
And he was like, well, you never said that before.
Right. Like you would think a disagreement like that would be like, I don't want to move to where you live.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be our disagreement. But I think with Zach, it goes all the way down to, what do you like on your pizza?
Right.
Yeah. And somebody else said in the Cutting Stems group on YouTube that because he said something about his parents never fighting, that now when he gets into any sort of little conversation that may be leading towards an argument, he's automatically out, which is not the best way to look at any situation. Because also you're going to have arguments, and it doesn't even have to be an argument. It could also be a discussion. Like, it's not an automatic, like, screaming fight.
You work through all, like, you're never going to 100% agree with somebody on every single thing. I don't think that feels unrealistic to me.
It's
like,
unrealistic.
You have to have, there's going to be something that you have a disagreement on, and you have to be able to talk through it. Like, you can't just
be like, I'm done with you.
You just be like, you know what? This isn't.
Pull up the SUV,
forget
please. And then they leave.
Yeah. And it's also like, Zach, your parents had to have some arguments sometime down the line.
It's not.
Maybe not in front of you.
Right.
My parents did not shy away from fighting in front of me as a
anyone who's ever been in a relationship
have not shied away from fighting in front of me.
Anyone who's been in a relationship who has parents, everybody's going to have
those
that.
who are going to be more obsessed with each other. So you know, it's like, it's not a crazy thing that an argument here or there is, you know. Anyway, it really does feel like that is something I hope that doesn't continue, but it certainly might.
Something to monitor going forward was that.
Yeah, because now feels like it's becoming more of a trend. He didn't give out a group date rose at that date, and then he had his one-on-one with Ariel, who I think is just my number one. Not even necessarily for Zach. I just think I like her the best out of all the girls on the season. She seems mature, cool, confident, funny, all the things. She's stunning. She's absolutely stunning. And they had a really great date, even with like a silly thing like having to deal with naked people in a bathhouse.
Yeah, no, this is an Ariel fan club, right?
It is. I think she's great.
She seems great. And then she is cool. She's confident. She's kind of been playing. Like, she's just cool. She's a cool girl. And then, but when they do the one-on-one interview, she's like, I've been alone for way too long. I'm sick of being alone. So she's got that side where you're like, I really want it to work out for her. Yeah. I don't know if it's with Zach. We had talked a little bit about, you know, if she doesn't win, Bachelorette material for sure.
Great Bachelorette.
I just hope it works out for her because she's great.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to criticize or say about their date. I thought it was a great date. She was funny. I think Zach was definitely curious by her at the beginning, and then this one-on-one date like confirmed that now he's fully, I think, full-blown infatuated with her. Like really thinks he just had so many. He was really kind of beaming about how much he liked Ariel, which, like I said, you can tell when he has different reactions to different dates. And
that one felt different.
That one felt different.
The charity one felt different and going the other way. When he hangs out with Katie, I think he really likes Katie.
Yeah.
But then it was different when he was with Ariel.
Yeah.
Those were like 3 different tiers.
Definitely. So that date went swimmingly. They're good to go. Cocktail party. Zach continues to do his reassurance.
Oh, that's gonna
situation.
Blow up. That's gonna blow up.
It's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up. I mean, he spoke to Gabby, and he basically was like, I'm so confident in us. So confident. Like, if I'm in Gabby's shoes, I'm like, I got this in the fucking bag.
Right.
Like, he's not saying this to everybody.
No way. He couldn't. Who would? Who would do that?
I'm so confident. And definitely giving the reassurance. So all those girls, I definitely feel like they're in a good place. Kat was nervous because of what went down with Brooklyn and the girls arguing, and Brooklyn's really, really yapping at her.
Well, yeah, because Charity and Kat, they like went to the side and were like, let's talk about this, which I thought was a nice move. Like
Charity, it was a very mature move. It was like, well, let's separate from the group. I want to talk to you.
And then Brooklyn just kicked in the door and was like, I have a question. And Kat, I agree with her. She's like, this is me and Charity's thing. It's not, Brooklyn clearly doesn't like Kat and is just seeing this as an opportunity to get at her.
In that situation, it was like, okay, Brooklyn, now you're overstepping. Kat overstepped first by pulling him, and you guys can be upset, but like now this is not your problem, and Charity's trying to deal with it, and you're just making it more difficult.
Yep.
So Kat was worried about not getting a rose. She was always going to get a rose. He, I think, really likes her too.
Yeah, and we just never. Allie went home, right?
Allie went home, and honestly, like he still sort of gave her the reassurance in their conversation. You know, like he still kind of was like, we're in a good place and things are, which of course, unless you're going to send the girl home right there in that moment, you kind of have to say whatever you're going to say before the rose ceremony.
True.
But I don't know. I feel like Allie probably didn't see that coming.
No. It's a great season because I don't know who's going to win.
No.
Don't have a clue. Like Gabby could easily win. Ariel could easily win.
Kat, I think Kat could win. I think Katie could win.
Katie could definitely win.
Yeah.
That's how many we got left? How many contestants?
I think Charity Greer is gonna come back.
Greer's gone. She's gone
as soon as she comes back.
She's gone.
Brooklyn.
She's been. You missed a week.
Yeah.
Oh, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's still there. That's honestly kind of it. We're at the end here. Yeah.
7 or 8, 6 or 7.
Yeah. So Greer's gonna come back next week. I don't think Zach is gonna maybe entertain that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have some big fantasy suite drama. It seems.
So what did he say? I missed that.
He was like, no sex.
He said no sex?
Kind of.
No sex in the champagne room?
He basically said, he was like, no sex.
Strange to just put that out there right away because then he is going to have sex and somebody's going to get mad.
Exactly. Like
That's
I think
he's going to slip up.
Right.
Because he's going to be tempted to have sex.
It's a fantasy suite.
Obviously. Yeah. And then everyone's going to be like, you said no sex.
Why would he say no sex?
So
you can't just write off sex like that.
I don't know if he
you
thought
gotta be open to the
historically you just can't write it off.
You got to be open to the possibility.
You're going to be tempted by it.
Yeah. I'm thinking
it's
maybe
a thing. It's why we're here.
I know.
It's why we are sitting here today.
Everybody's just passing the baton generation after generation. And why?
It's because of sex.
It is.
And the forbidden Kanye once said, none of us would be here without cum, which is true.
That's
How
true.
dare you quote him?
Yeah,
I know. I apologize. I said the forbidden.
You just can't.
But he did say that, and it is true.
He
said a lot of other untrue
things. Yeah.
Okay, that was. We got there.
He, I think maybe like because he is coming from Gabby and Rachel's season, he knows what all that drama was with Clayton, with the sex and the drama, and like maybe he was just like, I'm just gonna nip it. I'm just gonna sip a little vasectomy for the fantasy suites. No sex.
It's weirder to me to make a declaration like that.
Not that
You
not that a
can't-
vasectomy would
you
stop him from
can't
having sex.
True, that's not how that works.
You can't make
Turns into a biology.
It's like
lesson.
snip just takes off his penis.
you
Just
can't make a declaration
You can.
on
No.
that because he's gonna slip
Speaking
up.
of vasectomies, I just found out the other day that you can uncut.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
you can reverse them. Yeah.
reconnect,
oh yeah.
which is crazy to me.
That's the snip snap with Michael Scott.
Yeah, that's wild.
The body, man.
I don't know
The
what to
human
think
body.
about
I would say it's probably not recommended.
I don't think it is. I
Yeah.
feel like that's probably not
Like you can't just like turn the faucet off, turn it back on, turn the
right
like,
because then wouldn't
No,
everyone do that?
you probably shouldn't be
wouldn't
doing
everyone
it
do that
multiple
if they didn't
times,
want to have
but-
kids. They would just be like, "Oh, I want to turn this off right now," and then when I do, I want to turn it back on. If it was safe, people would do it all the time.
I bet medically we'll get there eventually. But
I don't know like exactly what they cut. Like I don't know
it's
like how thin it
it's
is.
the
or-
vas deferens,
yeah.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
that would make sense with the name.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I don't know, maybe that's like what influenced him to say like I'm just not going to have any of that drama, but then he definitely does.
He's
There's
definitely
something
gonna have
that's going to
sex.
happen or he's going to have to tell somebody that this is the problem, right? If he like ends up picking it's like, "Oh, you make a no sex rule. You have sex with one of the girls and then you pick the girl you didn't have sex with."
Oof.
You'll be like, I actually had sex with so and so. It's not going to go over well.
So you get 4 hometowns and then 3 fantasy suite.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's gonna come down to it. I think I know who the 4 and 3 are. It's certainly the 4.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's gonna make it to the 2 and the 1.
I'm thinking Gabby right now. That's who I have as my number 1.
I think that would be, if you're making odds, that would be the most likely.
Yeah.
Because
I would go Gabby, Katie,
Yep.
Ariel, Kat.
My list would be the same.
Yeah.
Gabby feels like she's number 1 right now.
Yeah. He's got a lot of confidence.
Tons. But again,
Tons of confidence in her.
he's got a ton of confidence in a lot of these women, it seems.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll see what happens next week if Greer comes back. Hopefully, Zach doesn't snap at any of the other girls and
Something to
abruptly
monitor.
sends
I'm going to
them
put that
home.
in the something to monitor category, where the way he reacts to some of that stuff is odd.
Certainly something to watch. So that wraps up for Bachelor. Game Time is the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. It's created by fans for fans. Game Time is the ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. They have cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. It's possible with the Game Time app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. Just worked out like we talked about it during our Bachelor recap. Noah and Trent went to Nas last week thanks to Game Time. They had a great experience. I'll speak for Noah on that one. So they had an awesome time, and it was all because Game Time made it happen. So the purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text so you can get into the game seamlessly. Skip the hassle and enjoy the moment. There's a lot going on. Maybe you want to go to a Knicks game if you're in New York. Maybe you want to go to a concert. There's so many shows happening. So check out Game Time. Download the Game Time app or go to the website, enter your email, and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by the lovely, funny Xandra Pohl, TikTok sensation. She's partying, she's traveling, she's on makeup trips, she's doing it all now in New York City for business, it seems.
Yeah, I'm a business girl. What can I say?
Welcome to the show. We are so excited to have you on. We've both been following you for a while now. We think you're hilarious, and we're excited to have you here.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, and this is your first podcast,
Yes, this is like my
Ever.
first anything.
which is
I'm like,
incredible.
whoa.
Yeah. It's all happening.
Yeah.
It's all happening right now. I mean, we've been following you and your videos, and they're just like mesmerizing. And I feel like you've created your own language that people love.
Oh my
and
God.
do people like come up and talk to you like you now?
Oh my God. They're like, oh my God, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
And they're like, you look bougie. And I'm like, oh my God, guys. Like, I didn't even realize I was doing it. And then like all of a sudden, like, it's like catchphrases. Like, I'll see you guys, like people are coming up to me saying that. And I didn't even realize I was doing it.
I think that's why you are so captivating on TikTok, because like obviously you're a beautiful girl, people want to watch what you're wearing, makeup, but at the same time you're also hilarious, so it's like you have the personality to match that, and I think that's why you're doing so well and why people want to watch you. Like you said, people are coming up to you. When did that start to happen? When did the change start? Because I feel like
It
with
just
TikTok,
seems like it's happened
it
overnight
happens
for so many
overnight
people.
for a lot of people. Like
Crazy.
you just blow up like that.
Yeah, I'd say like, I don't know. It like kind of, I feel like the first person that ever came up to me, it was at a club in Miami, and she was like, oh my gosh, like I watch your TikToks, fuck your ex-boyfriend. And I was like, whoa. I'm like, whoa, that's like dope. And she like asked for a picture. And then like ever since then, I feel like more and more people, like every time I go out, it's like someone saying something. It's just crazy because I make these stupid videos and like I just kind of like show my life, and all of a sudden like I forget that there's like actually people watching.
When did you post your first TikTok?
Oh my gosh, my first TikTok was like my freshman year of college.
Okay.
But I like didn't actually like, it was just, that's when like Addison Rae and Charli D'Amelio, like everyone was dancing, and I'm like, I can't fucking dance, like, but I kept all those videos up, like, oh my god, I shouldn't be saying that. But, like,
People are gonna scroll back.
I know,
far
I'm
now.
like, don't scroll back that far.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I like just started really posting TikToks, and I'd say like beginning of October. That's when I was like, fuck it.
Did you go into the mindset of like, yeah, I want to make it on TikTok, or were you like, I'm just gonna have fun and see what happens?
Oh no, I like never like this has been the biggest change in my life ever. I was not expecting this. I was just expecting, you know, make a couple people laugh. Like it was just fun for me. Like I can't even do my makeup now and like not make a video because I'm like sitting there like literally talking to myself like a psychopath. I'm like, hey guys, like.
I think it's so funny with the get ready with me's, and I feel like other people say this when they're like, I'm in a rush, like I only have 10 minutes, and you're like, but you're filming this video.
I know, but like it's that like it honestly makes me go faster. Because then I start like dilly dallying, and like when I'm doing my video, I'm like sitting down in front of my vanity. But when I'm not, I'm like the most like ADD person ever. Like I'll get up, start making like soup dumplings, and I'll like go over, like start cleaning my room, like God knows what else. So it actually makes me go faster, which is weird.
So you're a senior at Miami right now, in Miami, Florida. The University of Miami,
Ohio.
The University of Miami.
That there's a Miami
because
in Ohio.
she is from Ohio, and the University of Miami. And so obviously, like everyone has this idea of what going to school is like at the University of Miami, and I feel like the way that you have been popping off, it's kind of like fed into that stereotype of like what everyone's doing. How has like your college life changed now, like from when you started to where you are now, like actual college life,
Like actual going to class.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really go to class.
You're not in class right now. It's a Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
No, I was like, because it's like everybody. The funniest thing is the people who comment on posts being like, "Why aren't you in class?" It's like, you know why she's not. in class.
Why would I be in class
Like,
right
don't be
now?
stupid. But it's just like one of those things. It's like I feel I like planned on my schedule really, really well. Like I got all my hard classes done during COVID. I was like, we're just gonna hit them all out on Zoom, and then now,
Smart.
now I'm on my last semester senior year. And I'd taken
like
4
dance classes.
Literally
like,
dance, hip hop, rock, and geology. Like be fucking for real. Like
yeah.
And like, if you don't go to these
Rocks
classes,
for jocks. That's what they call geology classes.
no, literally the amount of athletes in those classes, it's like athletes and me, and I'm like, what up, guys?
do the professors get like mad, or they're like, yeah, this is dance class, like it's okay that you didn't show up?
I feel like
Or
really
are they
it
watching
depends.
your TikToks? Or they're like, oh, she's busy. She's not going to make
Has
it.
a professor ever said anything to you?
Me personally, no, probably because they don't even know who I am because I don't go to class. So they're like, what is this bitch look like?
She's in my class.
No, I'm like, I could literally go to class and they're like, who is this bitch?
Yep.
But no, yeah, I like professors and stuff. Like, I don't know, like for the most part, I'm kind of like, I'm literally actually right now I'm like missing a test, and I like told my professor, I'm like, yo, like I'm going on a work trip, is there any way like we can do it like next week? And he was like, yeah, he was cool with it.
Yeah, I
So
feel like
that's
at the
nice
end
that
of the
people are
year, like
accommodating.
senior,
And
you're
last semester
graduating.
senior,
Like,
yeah,
what are they
yeah.
going to do to you? Like, oh
Yeah.
no, you can't graduate now.
Yeah.
And you're working. Like, you're already doing basically what people go to college for.
That's why well, yeah, I guess. It's like I already got the business classes out of the way.
Yeah.
Those like they
Yeah.
Miami
What's your major?
business classes. I'm a major in marketing and
Okay.
a minor in music business.
Very cool.
So and you DJ. You're
Yeah.
a DJ.
That's like my
That's
thing.
really cool.
I've been doing that since I was a junior in high school.
Is that
Forever.
something?
So
Is that where you really want to go with this, or like are you just like whatever opportunity comes your way?
I kind of like that's kind of why I started TikTok. They were just like, hey, like for DJing and stuff, like it's all about marketing and like being able to like post about all this stuff. They're like, the more following you have, like the easier it is to get
It is,
gigs.
for sure, yeah.
And I was like, okay, like go crazy, go stupid.
Yeah.
That's why I started posting. And then, like now all of a sudden it's like this other stuff. But DJing has always been my passion. I love it. Like I love going out clubbing with my friends. Like that was always the best part of it. It's like I'm playing music that me and all my friends are gonna love. Like we get a table, free bottles, like, and it's a girls' night.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the girl gang comes. It's so much fun.
We were just talking about there's literally nothing better than going to a club and them playing good music. Because sometimes when you go and you're just like, why are they playing Taylor Swift Love Story for like the 1,000th time? Like I've had that experience where I'm just like, this is not going to get me going. There's nothing better than somebody who knows
for me.
good music. I know. I guess
Like
there's,
I'm popping my
there's
pussy.
like there's different types, but like the Love Story remix just isn't cutting it for me anymore. But you have a great DJ name. Have you ever thought about that?
Xandra. Oh.
Xandra? Like
it is.
something with an X, I feel like
Yeah.
just screams DJ.
Just
It's
anything with an
cool.
X in it.
It's just it's because it's one of those letters, you know?
Yeah.
It's a good DJ name.
It's a cool letter.
Yeah.
People are always like, because growing up, my full name's Alexandra Pohl. So when I was younger, people used to call me A Pohl in grade school. Then high school, my nickname was AP. Everyone called me AP. And then in college, I came and I was like, oh, what should my DJ name be? And I'm like going back and forth. I could do like some like crazy name. And I was like, why don't I just use the other half of my name?
So now it's just Xandra Pohl.
Xandra. It's like,
like
everyone
it.
calls me Xandra.
I like it, and especially because it works. Like I'm thinking, like all caps. You know,
It's like,
when
that's
they-
literally my logo, just
Yeah,
like all caps,
just
Xandra.
all caps. It's great. It's smart and it's awesome. And I feel like if you can turn that into like such a big thing, especially now with the massive following, I feel like so many people see, or like they think I'm gonna post on TikTok, like I want to get all the followers, and then they don't know how to actually turn that into like getting opportunities. And like you're here on a work trip, like
Yeah.
you were posting on TikTok. What's that in between, like where all of a sudden like it's like, okay, this girl's blowing up on TikTok, like who comes into your life to say I will help you get you into these events and do these things,
red
and
carpets.
like do you have a management
yeah,
team now,
literally
like
my
everything?
manager Hailey.
Okay.
Like without her, I'd be like drowning in sea
And like,
somewhere.
does somebody like that reach out to you being like, hey, I want to work with you?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I actually, that's kind of what they do. They kind of like go through and they find people that they can connect with. And she reached out and she pitched herself, and I was like, I think we're in love.
Yeah.
And now we're here. Like she's literally in the office over there, like somewhere. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's all about having people that you like really trust and have your best interests at heart. And like once you trust them, like now I'm here doing this. Like now I'm on this podcast.
Exactly,
Like who
exactly.
would have thought?
Exactly. You
And-
always have to
yeah.
surround yourself by good people. But I feel like the public sees people and they're like, how are these? Everybody from TikTok is going to all these amazing events. They're like, how are they doing this? That there is like such a behind the scenes
Oh my gosh.
to it.
Like
Yeah.
I would literally, I'd be nowhere.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like so much does go into it. It's like you
Yeah.
are posting those, like I'm literally posting all these videos and like she's working in the backhand, like helping me out with literally everything. And it's just like having an amazing team. Like that's what it's all about. You just don't like see them a lot.
Yeah. And you've had a lot of amazing opportunities. One of the biggest ones that I think was talked about the most was the Dubai Tart trip.
Yes.
Were you guys on that trip talking about the fact that everyone's talking about you guys being on this trip? Like there was so like, I don't know why there was so much discussion around it, because I felt like it wasn't the first time we've seen that ever. Like there's been so many branded trips, but for some reason this one was just talked about so
It's
much.
Dubai, and it was like lavish.
Yeah, it was just dope.
Yeah.
Like I was there, like we kind of, I feel like once we were there, like we kind of heard, we were like, oh, like people are like really talking about it. And then I was like, I don't know, like we're all in Dubai, we're having a good time. Like the Tar team is the most amazing team out there. Like they're some of my best friends. Like I text them on the daily, and it's like
Smart by them. Smart.
I know.
Smart marketing.
I'm
by
like
them.
besties out there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So yeah, I think they like absolutely killed it with the marketing, and it was an amazing experience with amazing people, and I went trade for the world. I brought my mom. My mom and I were getting hammered the whole time. Like,
That was really cool. You posted a really funny TikTok of your mom like falling off a camel.
yeah, my mom ate it. They were like, "Oh my gosh, Xandra, like your mom just fell off a camel." I was like, "Get fucked, mom!" Like,
Like that's perfect. Great video.
yeah.
Who did you have the most fun with on the trip?
Oh, I don't know. Like literally everyone.
Yeah.
Like I went with some girls that obviously like I've known for a long time, and like some girls that I was mutuals with most of them, and obviously like the Tart team and themselves. Like I was just everyone. I feel like it was just like a huge like big trip. It's like those trips are so you can like all these people that we all do the same thing. We all have the same love and passion for like makeup, beauty, social media, content creation. It's like we all can come together and just have a good old jolly time in Dubai.
How long were you there? Because it's really, really far, and I feel like you were like a couple days in Dubai. Like people don't go for a weekend to Dubai.
It was literally a weekend. But like people were saying it's not even, we were like in the desert of Dubai. We were like on the outskirts.
Yeah.
But I feel like we were there for like it was like a fever dream.
Yeah,
It seemed really quick
It was
from an
so
outsider's
quick.
perspective.
I was literally, and it was so funny, I was vomiting the whole entire way home off the flight.
Ugh.
On an Emirates flight, like a guy literally came out of the bathroom, and I was like, I literally looked at my mom, and I did the little thing, you know, when you're younger, and you're like, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, what? And I was like,
Yeah.
I was running, this like guy comes out, and I'm like all over the toilet, sputtered out. It was awful.
But exciting at the same time.
Oh, but it was great.
Yeah, you're like,
Honestly,
I'm having fun while doing this.
That's a long flight to be thrown up on. I
Yeah.
will say
it was like 16 hours.
yeah, that's a day. That's a full day.
That's
It was
a
a
full
full
day.
day.
But do you ever, this is a strange question, but do you ever like, you get really sick, right? And you're throwing up, but like something about it, you're like, this feels good.
No.
No, in a weird way, you're like, like, because you felt so sick before. You know what I mean?
No,
Well,
when
sometimes if you have like the stomach bug,
And
maybe
you're just like,
hungover, throw
Like, it's
up.
like a
no,
really-
it wasn't like
like-
a hungover throw
Yeah.
up though.
Like,
That
when
was
you're
like the
s-
problem.
like you're
oh, you were
sick.
sick.
But you're
I
like,
was like
"Ah,"
genuinely sick.
Yeah, like the sickness is coming out of me. you
Yeah,
know?
no, I did feel a lot better.
Like,
I
you're
like will
like,
give you that.
wow.
Like
Yeah.
before that, I was like deep sweats. Like
Yeah,
I
there's
was
nothing
tweaking.
worse than getting like the
Yeah.
meat sweats.
no,
Like,
it was
that's what it feels like.
It was literally like the meat sweats,
meat
like on a
sweats.
plane, and like the Emirates flight attendant's coming over.
Yeah,
She's
you
like,
get-
"Are you okay?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"No." She's like, "Do you want food?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah, it's the last thing you want right now. Everybody freaks out because you and Alex Earl are at the same school, and it's like everybody. How do you guys feel? Like, when did you two originally meet? Because you are friends.
We've been friends since freshman year.
Yeah.
It was since before freshman year ever
So
started.
it's like people. I think that was like mind blowing when people were like, "Oh my god, they know each other." It's like, wait,
They're like, yes, bitch, we've been best
You've
friends.
been
Like,
friends for a long time, and you like how when it comes to female friendship, it can be hard, especially like in college too. So how do you deal with kind of like blowing up now, having the little bit of the social media fame and legit fame at this point, and then like you're like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and like is there jealousy comes into play, or is everyone cool about it?
I like not at all. I mean, like me and my like all of us, we have like a huge group of us. We've all been friends literally since the beginning of freshman year. And so it's just one of those things. It's like we just have like such a supportive friend group that it's like they're just like so happy for us. And it's like we're all about to graduate college. We're all doing different things, different paths. And it's just like so great that like you're seeing everyone kind of go and like do their own thing. And like it's just amazing. Like some of my best friends, like lots of them are moving to New York City, like getting into fashion. Some are getting into makeup, like banking, accounting. And like we're all following all our passions. And it's just like So
that's really cool.
There's a lot of
And-
smart
and
people
great to
at
hear,
the
yeah.
University of Miami. It's not how it's
hard to
fun.
get into.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny because people see it and they're like, oh, they're partying all the time, but it's like
It's a
that
very
school
hard
is
school to get into.
so hard to get into.
It like
So you can't be a dum dum.
I know you literally. People are like, oh, like you're so stupid. You don't go to class, like all this stuff. I'm like, I don't think you understand. Like I worked
Yeah.
my entire life so hard, so I could come to college and have the time of my life. Like I worked my ass off in high school.
Yeah.
And you're
just
like,
so I could be here.
I used to go to class. Maybe I'm not going anymore.
I'm like,
but I
me.
used to go to class.
I did at one point. Like I took
Yeah.
class. Like I'm on scholarship at University of Miami. Also, like there's a GPA requirement. Like all of my friends, we're very like.
She's smart.
We're
This
some
bitch is
smart
smart.
girlies.
She's
We
smart.
may seem
I never
stupid.
thought you guys were dumb.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I did not think any of you were dumb because
thank
I
you.
always
Thank
knew
you.
how hard Miami was to get into because I was like, I'll never apply there because I'll never get
Yeah.
in.
I also feel like people just kind of assume with posting videos on TikTok and whatnot, they're like, and it's so easy, anybody could do that. Like it's actually not like that easy.
It's like
and
an
it's
everyday
you really
thing.
and you have to be strategic with it and be smart about it and like it's not just it's really not
No.
coming from somebody who struggles with doing it. It's fucking hard.
Do you ever get tired of doing it? Like some days you wake up and you're like, I really don't feel like posting a video today, but at the same time you kind of feel like you have to.
I'd say it's more along the lines of like when I am in those situations, like of course, like I wake up and like I'll feel like shit or like the problem is it's not when I feel like shit, it's when I'm sad. Like when I'm having like a sad day, when I'm a little like cryy in a cryy mood, that's when it's harder to make videos. But most of the time, like I really put everything out there, like every emotion, everything, like see my coochie, like the whole titties, the whole thing. So I'm like, honestly, like if I'm a little sad, having a bad day, like I'll literally just put it out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll like do my video. I'm like, I could not be in a shittier mood right now. Like I literally want to kill everything. Like if someone calls me again, I'm gonna punch them in the face. Like I just put it out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
And I think that's
why.
why people relate to you. And I think that's probably the smart way to go about it when you're trying to like make it on TikTok is you want people to feel like they're on FaceTime with you, which is I think a lot of the times how people feel. Have there been creators that you were like such a big fan of that now you're kind of becoming friends with or you're in contact with? Because I feel like we've seen there's so many people that have blown up that we've been fans of, and then now you're like in the same universe as them.
I feel like I never like really got into, like I never was really a huge fan of anyone. I was never like upset. I feel like I just didn't, I don't know, maybe I was weird.
Yeah.
I just like, I loved like the funny like little videos
Yeah.
and like I liked them. I was never like obsessed with like one singular person. But there were so many people, like I watched their videos all the time and like they'd come up and I was like, oh, like there's someone cool and like now I know them now.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah. Like you recognize them.
oh
because
yeah,
they
like
came
chilling
up
to
all
hang
the
out.
time.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, like I loved you. Like I loved you, like your own video or something. But yeah, everyone has been so amazing, so nice and like welcoming, which is like, I feel like lots of people don't think it's necessarily like the vibe in like this industry. People think it's like a mean place, but like I'm having a great time. I think everyone's so cool.
Yeah. I think it depends on who you surround yourself with. I think
Definitely.
there's probably great people, and of course there's going to be mean people, but if you don't talk to them, then it's whatever. You can ignore them.
Honestly, kill 'em with kindness.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. And I love your videos where you like joke about your boyfriend or like it's like you're like I'm gonna literally murder him, or like the Valentine's Day one was so funny too. It was like when you're like, if my boyfriend doesn't get me,
I was like, Jack, you're listening?
it's like yeah, this is whoever the person who like made the video
yeah,
that
she
was
was
like,
like-
we don't want flowers
And then
anymore.
We said
Like,
the
you're a
same thing.
nut,
We were
bro.
like, no,
You're
no.
literally a nut.
We want flowers because
was
if
like,
we don't
we
get
want
them, then it's
them.
going to be a huge problem.
Yeah. What?
Can you imagine not getting flowers on Valentine's? Like that would be insanity.
You don't even want to know what I do.
Yeah.
You don't even want to know.
What's it like now that so many people who follow you are so invested in like your personal life and want to know about your dating life and your boyfriend and like how does he feel about
He doesn't even
Share-
have
yeah.
TikTok.
yeah, that's the way to be.
No, I'm like, honestly,
He's like, what do you
stay
post?
far
He's
away,
like, what
bro.
did you post? He's like, I can hear you from the other room. Like, what'd you say about me? Nothing.
I'm like, what are you talking about? But no, yeah, it's honestly been an adjustment for him. Like more necessarily in the way of like I'm traveling like all the time. And he's like where are you going? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, honestly, bro, like, I don't even know. Like, I'm a businesswoman.
They're just sending me here, and I'm just going to it. I don't know.
They told me I'm going on this podcast.
I
don't
never even
know, I'm
heard
just
of it.
showing
I
up.
don't know.
doing a podcast. Like, literally. But I think, like, he has been really, really supportive and, like, let me do my thing. And, like, there's some things where he's like, can we just, like, not share that with the whole internet? And I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Yeah, I was like, we'll see how it
Does they
goes.
want to know?
Yeah. Does your family feel the same way too? Like, I know you posted you were on vacation and over the holidays, and it's like putting your family into all these things. Are they happy to be in all of it?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like, I grew up in the most, like,
From
like,
Ohio.
yeah, like, literally from
You're the
Ohio.
oldest sibling?
Middle,
Okay,
middle,
okay.
only girl. Yikes.
Oh my
Scorpio.
gosh.
Yikes.
Yeah. So is it boy, girl, boy?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have a younger brother that goes to Boulder still, and then my older brother graduated from Miami. But they're, like, for the most part, like, my dad's a dentist. Yeah. He's, like, so confused. He's like, you're what? You're making money doing what?
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, I swear to God, I'm not, like, a prostitute.
No, this is legit. This is legit.
I'm like, Dad, I'm going on a podcast. Don't worry. Like, but yeah.
quick trip to New York. I'll be back. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. But that's great. I mean, because it's like sometimes people in your life, they are like, I really do not want to be. I don't want my stuff on the internet.
They're here for it. There's like, you know, like, they're, especially with family more along, like, there is a line where, you know, my brothers are just waking up. Like, you remember there's a part when we were in Hawaii and my brothers are like, can you, like, shut the fuck up? They're like,
You just
stop
gotta
it with
film
your
them
little
saying
videos.
that.
No, literally. They were like, leave me alone. Like, don't say anything. But it's almost in a funny way. Like,
Yeah.
they're family.
And that is always the funniest part too, because your siblings are supposed to make fun of you. Like if you're filming yourself in the bathroom and you expect your brother or your sister in the other room to be like, "What the fuck are you
Yeah,
doing?"
if they're like, get it, girl.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
yeah.
who is that?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Exactly.
No,
not my
literally.
sibling.
I feel like it'd be weird if my brothers weren't bullying me about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's how you grew up.
Yeah, my little brother, I think he like blocked me on TikTok, and he's like, all my frat brothers keep sending your TikToks, like, please stop talking about me. Like, I'm like, sorry,
Builds
bud.
character.
It does. It does build character.
Exactly. It's like you'll thank me. You'll thank me later when this whole thing works out for me. Like, just saying.
I'm like, you're gonna be hitting my line, Cameron. Like, just wait.
yeah,
Trust me.
exactly.
Why were you with Joe Jonas the other night?
Joe
Stop
Jonas.
it. Joe Jonas.
Yeah,
I was
why?
like, what are we quitting with Joe Jonas, guys?
and Sophie Turner, where did that come from?
It was just an event in Miami. Like, there's what people don't understand. Like, every single day in Miami,
There's something.
there's something with like someone, like,
yeah.
and half the time, like, when we're hanging around the, like, the craziest people, like, a good amount of the time, and like we just don't bring it
Right.
up. Like, we're cool girls. We
Yeah,
don't need-
yeah. Unless it's Joe Jonas.
Unless it's Joe Jonas.
You're gonna
Then
get a
I'm-
video.
No, but that was like that was for his new drop of a song. He was dropping a song, and they had this like really cool venue, and they were like, hey, it was like part of the thing. They're like, hey, come and like let's do a TikTok with Joe Jonas.
I did see a bunch of people like also. I
was
saw
a
like
couple.
when I woke up, my For You page was just like everybody making videos with Joe Jonas. I was like, what the hell was this?
You're like, get out of here, bro.
It's like
I was
everybody
so
had to like.
confused.
It was like the email was like, please come with a planned TikTok for Joe Jonas.
No, literally, it was like come with a plan TikTok, and we're like, oh, like, can you do this? Can you do that? And I was like, like, you know me, like, I'm a very last minute person.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see if I can like interview him because I'll see some weird shit. Like, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
And then it was really, really loud. I was like, what can I do with him? And I was like, gritty.
It was perfect.
So that's what
It
we
was
did.
quick, easy,
Quick, easy.
right to the point.
I was like, Joel, will you whittly gwinny with me right now? Like, he was like,
They seem
huh?
like a lot of fun though. Like,
oh no, they were so nice.
like
Jonas Brothers.
partiers.
Who, Joe and Sophie?
Yeah, like Joe and
I think
Sophie.
Joe and Sophie have a good time.
Yeah, they just seem like they love.
no,
to
they get
party.
down. They were getting down.
Yeah.
It seems like that.
I feel like in the Miami events are like different than everything else.
Yeah.
I'm a massive Jonas Brothers fan, so
Oh yeah.
I saw that and was like, if only I was in Miami.
Yep.
Living in Miami.
Girl, I would have
been you.
invited you. Like,
Oh
call
my
me up.
God.
Could have been you.
Could have been made.
Are you gonna stay in Miami after you graduate?
Yeah. I feel like that's like my home. Like it's either that or Ohio.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna stick in Miami.
Well, you never thought about like LA or New York or any of those places. I'm gonna suggest don't come to New York City. Like, and that's not because we don't want you here. It's because it's miserable in the winter here. Like if you're gonna come from Miami to New
from
York,
Ohio.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but like if you've just been in Miami for the past 4 years, don't revert back.
Well, yeah.
No, exactly, and that's
It's
why I'm
awful
like,
outside. It's awful.
well, yeah, I was like trudging through like this month. You see me in my little pink
there-
Barbie suit.
yeah, there's-
I was like, going
It's
through-
disgusting outside.
Yeah, I think I just like Miami's like my place. Like I have my older brother's still in Miami right now. Like that, all my friends are there. Like I just have such like a good group knit of people there, and I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm like currently peaking. Like I'm not even gonna lie, and like I just don't think I can like ever leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to keep it up.
Like, exactly.
but
you know
like-
you're like, I'm here and I just want to stay.
Right.
I'm not gonna move locations. I'm
I'm like, we are moving an inch.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like-
I love Miami.
Out of college housing,
Oh my god, yeah.
you're gonna get like a nice.
Oh yeah.
I do feel like too, after like so many people in the last few years have moved to Miami, and it's so popular right now that there's so many people living down there. It's like you get the same experience. Like you said, there's so many events, so many things going on. Like you don't have to be in New York or LA. Like there's so
many
much.
people are moving to Miami right now.
So
Like,
many
I want to
people.
move to Miami. I want to
You
move to
should move
Florida.
to Miami.
Trust
should
me,
move to
I've been
Florida.
fucking begging to move to Florida. if somebody else would move to Florida.
I know. Well, you're not gonna move to Miami.
Close, not too far.
What? There's so many places.
There's so
you
many
can go in
places that are so
Florida.
close. I
Yeah.
don't want to be directly in Miami, but I can visit once in a while.
Yeah.
Just in Florida in general, it's so warm
I know.
and nice.
Well, and
It is very
taxes.
nice.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the whole taxes
You save
thing
money.
is a real benefit down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's really great.
sunny
down
every
there.
You wake up, you look outside, and the
Real
sun
nice.
is shining.
Hey, believe me,
Seasonal
I know.
depression
It
is
It's
a
so
yeah.
real. You get that. We have a deficiency right now. I hope you know that.
We've been going to Florida. I've been going to Florida every 2 weeks because I can't
Yeah,
stay.
I'm going-
Our
I'm going on
parents
Sunday.
live. Our parents live down there. Like
Oh my
we've
I have
been
a
leaving
trip.
New York
I'm
as
going on
fast as we
Sunday.
can, as often as we can.
Like,
Like,
zoom.
yeah,
Like,
like
it would be great. Like,
don't want to stay
if
up
we were
here.
in Florida for like the whole winter, and then we'd come back into Long Island, New York, like in the
Yeah,
summer.
you know they're building us a new studio here.
I know.
Like,
We got some
it's-
nice things going here.
Unfortunately, logistically, it just wouldn't work. Even though we really would love to do that, but okay. So for you, you're doing all these big things. Like, what do you have coming up? I'm sure there's stuff you're working on.
There's a couple things.
A little tease.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
She's like, am I gonna get in trouble? There's nobody in this room
Yeah,
telling
yeah,
me
yeah.
what
I know.
can
I'm
and
like,
can't
they're in the
say.
green room.
They're
Hey,
don't
they-
say it. And they're listening closely, and
like,
then they're
"Shut
gonna
the
yell at
fuck
us
up."
and tell us to cut it out after.
No, there's like a couple of different things that go along. Like definitely more DJing
Okay, awesome.
is coming up. You can definitely see more of that. A lot more traveling. We have some really fun things for graduation that you'll see. We got a whole squad graduating, so
Yeah, Oh my god, I'm just gonna make
Feels
some
like an
really
episode.
cool
Spring
stuff
break.
out of-
Feels like an episode of a TV
I was
show.
gonna say it's
No,
like the
it's
end of like
OC
Laguna
when they
Beach,
graduate.
but it's college, not high
Yeah,
school.
exactly.
We're really like romanticizing your life. Like we're
Yeah.
like
I feel like
basically
you guys
living in
do
a
it,
TV
though.
show.
Like I
What?
feel like you guys romanticize your own lives.
oh yeah, like we're about to go to Nashville for spring break. We have 30 of us in a
Interesting
house.
spot.
15 girls,
I
15
love
guys.
Wow.
It's literally gonna be a dumpster fire.
That's so fun. That's so fun.
Is your boyfriend in the same friend group of like all your guy friends there?
So it's kind of, we have like a bunch of different. So there's like
Because you're in a
fraternities.
sorority, or
Yeah,
we're like you're in a sorority.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like we're just kind of like I feel like University of Miami Greek life. It's very much like we're all just like one big. It's not like in Alabama or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Auburn where
yeah.
it's like you only hang out with the girls in
Yeah,
your sorority.
yeah,
like
yeah.
we have so many different people
Yeah.
from so many different places.
I feel like once you hit senior year, everybody always gets kind of like lax about.
Yeah, it's
That
like none of
stuff.
us give a fuck. Like
Yeah, yeah.
whoever you vibe with, like you're gonna hang out with.
Yeah.
Like none of us care, but yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. My boyfriend's actually younger than me. Cougar.
Wow.
Love that.
Scandalous.
Scandalous.
Good idea. My grandma always says.
Good idea.
Good idea. My grandma always said marry younger.
Really?
My
I have never dated anybody younger than me. Only older.
I've only dated older guys until this one.
You know, it really
How
comes
much
into play
younger?
when you get
Just, like,
older.
a year?
A year.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
But it feels
nothing
like
crazy.
6.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
you're
when you're
literally a
graduating
toddler.
and they're-
Yeah. You're like, you have a whole year left of this?
Yeah.
No, yeah. My grandma married somebody older, and, you know, when he started to get old, she was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm young still, and he's old. So,
How much older though?
not 8-9 years.
Oh. Okay. That's
Yeah.
like
That's
a
like
big,
a decade.
that's like a big
bigger
jump. Yeah.
But she would grab me. She'd say, Francesca, go for the younger guy.
I just can't. I just never
I actually loved. I really
had a thing
liked
for a younger guy.
Not younger, but like a year, like in high school,
Like a nice
college,
little-
like the guys a grade younger than me. I always liked better than
Really?
the boys
I
in my own grade.
It's about the supply and demand.
I completely cut them off from my brain. I only saw older. I didn't even see the kids in my grade.
No,
Like,
no.
it was like
You're like-
strictly like it was just like only up. I never even looked below me.
1997.
I was born in 1997.
I know. No go. Okay, so we'll wrap up, but I want to ask you because obviously you are doing all the makeup stuff. Everybody's watching you, and everybody loves recommendations, and they want to know what to get. What's your favorite? Your go-to? Like you can't live without makeup products.
Oh my God, that's like everything. Definitely, I love Hourglass concealer.
Mm-hmm.
I was using the Chanel bronzer, but now I love the Patrick Ta bronzer. I use the Thrive mascara, the Refi
Hey,
brow
we do
gel.
ads
We
for
do ads
Thrive
for
on
Thrive.
this
What?
podcast.
You do
That
ads for
was good.
Thrive.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, on this podcast. That
Tell
was
them
good.
like hit me up. Like, they don't love me over here. Like
Maybe
I
they'll hear
They
this.
literally
should. You use.
Thrive.
I know.
I'm literally like being able to like peel off my eyelashes.
Yeah,
It's just great.
It comes out. It comes off so easily, which is nice.
Yeah, that's what I love.
yeah.
I don't like scrub a doodle do my eyes.
Yep.
But no, yeah, that there. I don't know. I use different products literally every single day because
Yeah.
I'm like I gotta try out everything.
Yeah.
Let people know how it is.
I do that too, but I don't know why. It's just like I open my drawer and I'll be like, I used that yesterday. I'm gonna use something else.
I am so attached to the products that I use every
Yeah.
single day. I do not change it ever.
Really?
I probably do something
married to
different
my
every day.
products.
Different order. Like I like.
No, literally, I'll be like doing stuff and I'm like, that's just like not how I do my makeup.
Yeah.
I'll change it like
Exactly.
after like a couple years, but like I've been on a good couple year span now
Yeah,
of using
yeah.
the same exact products.
No, you guys both look
I have,
great.
I,
Thank
have,
you.
I have trust issues with my products, and I also want it noted.
You have
when
sensitive skin when you try new stuff. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I
Yeah.
break out. Sometimes I
Yeah,
get a little
yeah,
rash.
yeah.
I also want it noted, like I'm not looking for guys like 10 years older. or
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Like
We're going
I'm
back to
like
that.
going
No,
back.
no, she's like,
I was
actually,
yeah,
I
actually.
said older guys, like like a couple years. Like
Well,
I'm not
your
going.
boyfriend is a few years.
Yeah,
older
my
than
boyfriend
you,
is
so.
3 years older than me,
Yes.
and I'm not
So
going
there
like
you go.
more than that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm not like looking for 10 years older.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
want that
yeah.
to be clear.
I know, but guys that are 10 years older are kind of hot.
Yes. Depends.
Yeah,
Really
once it
depends.
reaches a certain age, I'm like, I don't even want to say it.
I know.
Don't
No, it's all right. We don't.
I've
have to
said it
go-
before.
We don't. have to
Just
go
like I
down
just feel like things changed.
What do you mean?
Down
Like down
there.
there?
Yeah, like
down
yeah, like I'm just like, you ever
don't
wonder
wanna
like
know.
what it's like?
No.
Like,
No. But
really old.
all right.
Okay, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
50 years
yeah.
old. Like
50. No,
Is it
I don't even
hanging-
want to be thinking about 50
no, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't like I don't understand when girls like our age date 50-year-olds, and I'm just like, what's going on down there? Is it like the same? You know, does it age as well as the man? You know, like
Why don't you ask your dad?
ew, ew.
He'll tell you.
I know he probably would. Ew.
That's so gross.
That's so gross. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Just got me
Okay.
thinking about like,
Yeah. I know. I'm
God.
sorry. I took everybody down.
You did. You took me down a path where now I'm like,
Well, it's like
now I feel uncomfortable.
You're like,
for
I
asking
really
that
would love.
question.
I really would love to know. Well, there's only a few ways to find out.
but like the last person I want to ask, I might like just Google that.
True.
Because
you
it is
can
something
Google
I've
it.
thought about before. Like, does it, because they get older.
can you
and
Google that?
They
Why?
get
You can't Google
older and
anything.
gray up top, like from this up. So like this from here down. This is the
But
same
does
thing.
armpit,
everybody does.
like armpit hair, does that change too?
Right.
Ladies do too sometimes.
Does it turn gray down there?
Yeah.
It does.
Vagina hair
Sometimes, yeah.
turns gray?
Yeah.
I've
some
never
people,
even
yeah.
thought
That's
about
like
that
bamboozling.
until now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Guys.
I'm sorry. I never even thought about that until now. I apologize.
It's like kind of freaking me out.
I know, same. Like, I was fine with getting older until I just realized that my vagina hair might turn gray.
Everyone in this room is far too young to be thinking about this, especially Xandra.
Do people dye it?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I feel like that could be a thing.
That sounds awful.
It's like
Why are you
beard
gonna
dye.
bleach
Just
that?
like beard dye.
Just shave it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Or laser.
Yes. Or laser.
Guys, so many
Or wax.
so many
I'm sorry.
solutions, everyone.
I apologize for bringing it there. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Xandra, for joining us.
What a way for her first podcast to go.
I know, I'm like,
we
bye,
started
guys.
like being so serious and it ended at
I apologize.
pubic hair.
Yeah.
I just
Aging
it
pubic
never hit me until this exact moment, and now it's something that I'm going to think about for a little
Oh
bit.
man. Okay.
And
well,
I hope you do too.
Yeah.
Xandra, thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming. Thank you for coming in. We're honored to be your first podcast. People are gonna, I think, be very excited.
Yes, they will be.
To listen to this and see this, and we're excited to see what you got coming up.
Oh.
And
thank
you
I
know,
want to come to a DJ show.
have
Really
fun in
come to my graduation, bro.
Yeah.
Go
Have
crazy,
fun
go
in Nashville.
stupid.
We're gonna be knocking on the door in Nashville for spring break. Hey,
She's going to be like, I don't remember you guys. She's going to be do 50 podcasts
fucking
by
old
then.
farts. Yeah.
Stop
Spring
calling
break.
us old. We're not
I'm
old.
older
Like,
than
how
you. I'm
old are
talking
you
about
guys?
myself.
I'm 25.
I'm
and she's
28.
28. It's not old.
Wait, I would like not think you guys. Well, guys, I'm 22.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Like, that's not that crazy of a difference.
You're like not.
I'm
yeah.
talking about myself.
You're not old, though.
Going
You've
to
been saying
spring
it
break.
a lot lately.
going to spring break.
You
Come
can
to
blend
spring
in.
break. Why not? Why wouldn't? Yeah, I feel like
Nobody's
I blend out.
nobody's gonna point you out and go, she's 28. Like,
No, they probably wouldn't. I get
They
carded
wouldn't.
all the time still.
yeah.
You're like, I'm young.
Every time I'm like, sure, here's my ID, sir. All right, we're rambling. Thank you, Xandra. It's so much fun. And everyone follow Xandra if you don't already.
Yes.
Because I can't believe
Follow
that
her.
shameless plug, but TikTok
She's
and
hilarious.
Instagram and everything. Is your Instagrams the same as TikTok or are they different?
Yeah, it's
Names.
Xandra Pohl.
Xandra Pohl.
If
Xandra
you could spell
Pohl.
it, follow her.
POHL.
There you
X.
X Poll.
go. Thank you.
I'll see you guys. That was kind of
Perfect.
fun.
Podcasts are great.
I'm like,
You
this
never
is
know
kind of
where
a
it
good
could
old
go.
time.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. If you're listening in the morning, make sure you tune into the YouTube live stream where you can watch it later on. Subscribe on YouTube. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Friday.